This is why I did this show. For y'all who don't understand, the way I am is I'd rather start with the uncomfortable. I'd rather start with what's really going on. And I don't really care about what's going on. I care about, are you comfortable enough to be uncomfortable? That's how I judge a lot of my friendships. That's why my ace, my best friend Jabari, became my best friend, because he was vulnerable. He actually talked about his dreams growing up. We used to walk from my house to Yee's. Shout out to everybody in LA that know Yee's. Slauson and Overhill, right? No, not Overhill. Angeles Vista. Used to be there. Now it's John and Vinny's. Took our thing. Yee's just woke up one day at about noon and just left. We were like, all right, where Yee's go? We used to walk. And actually, seriously, imagine being a teenager and you're talking to a dude who's a dude, and you a dude, and we playing sports, and he a brainiac and I'm a brainiac, and we actually talking about our dreams, not just girls. Now, we use the girls to motivate us through our dreams. Hell yeah, we did. But we were talking about our dreams, like, dog, you know what I want to do? And this is how I want to do it. And this is how I want to get there. And he would say it too. Vulnerability. I'm about honesty and vulnerability. Anytime I'm ever in something, I'm going to tell you. You know me. Somebody accused me of something, somebody lying about something, somebody telling the truth. I'm going to tell you exactly, if I haven't already told you. That's how I like it. So I see this story and I see so many layers. Remember, I used to tell y'all how coaches, we go on our road trips and we have to be in the room and got curfew at 11 p.m., which is smart. Look, you got 53 dudes on your team. You need 35 of them to ball out tomorrow, special teamers and everything, backups. Rest of them is just dead weight. But the point is, we need about 35 of y'all to lock in. We ain't got time to figure out which one of y'all got some hookups in this city. Go to bed at 11 o'clock. Now, there's ways around that. But you go to bed at 11 o'clock. Okay, I'll be in the room. No problem. You knocking at the door. I'm in the shower. I'm good. All right, baby. Good job, Wiley. Ball out tomorrow. He go to the next door. I could be in that shower by myself, or I could be in that shower with her. Point being, that was the rule. That was the way we did it. But then you watch coaches after they do all that room check, not the head coach, coordinators maybe, but mostly the position coaches and lesser. 11 o'clock, we in the room. We ain't sleep, we just in the room. You know, probably now they watching Netflix and all that. When we had it, we only had video jukebox on TV and direct TV, right? So we watching something crazy. If you ain't a baller, you got a roommate who farting all night. But if you like me, I was like, only my rookie year I had a roommate. Outside of that, I was like, Coach, I am not roommate built. I hate that. So you sitting there. Guess what happens at 11:01? Almost every single coach on that staff is walking out that front door of that hotel. They going to kick it. My boy, who's the perfect husband, remember, married guy, 11 o'clock, he coming in. No matter where he is, he could be at my house party. I got to go. Coaches on the road, that's when they go out. They ain't got no curfew. You know that plane is full of reporters, men and women. They go out too. They ain't got no curfew. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Oh, God. It's real spit out here, y'all. So I don't give a damn what they do. Only time I give a damn is when they point that laser and only point it at the athletes when the athletes get caught up. Oh, what happened with Cardi B and Stephon Diggs and all that kind of stuff. Hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Nope. Okay, Wiley. That's why everybody be calling me and texting me and DMing me like, yo, you talk about this, Wiley, talk about this. Real dudes in the league be talk about this. Because they want it to be reciprocated. They want a reciprocal world where, oh, I ain't running from the smoke, but I want you to breathe too. Kind of hard, ain't it? So all these dudes who talk about people for a living, all these dudes who coach these ballers, and the ballers get all the criticism and all the praise, but then only the coaches got to deal with professional criticism and professional praise. Nah, not now. Y'all getting it all. Just y'all wanted to be stars. Shine bright in that light. Shine bright in that light. All right, so we're not done with this. We got another membership pack. Shout out to, I must have talked so much trash to 4G Mo. He got mad. Nah, actually got love. And he bought a membership pack. Thank you, 4G Mo. I thought that was a done deal. Respect to you. You brought it up for Wicked, Coven Man, Marcus, Wild Horse Broadcasting, and Sean DSM. And they immediately start writing, beating it up in the comments. Let's go. We're not done with this topic. Let's go. I can't do the same thing. Come on, Wiley. Can't do the same part. All right, so it's time to read. I know y'all don't like to read. It's your 6th grade education level. Damn, America dumb. Let's go. The truth about the Russini story, why ESPN hasn't said a word. It was written all over your face. You ain't got to say a word. First of all, Keith Sweat, go to his concert anywhere you can. Keith Sweat is still a dude. He like 65 years old or something, in sick shape, and just be flirting with your wife. He a dude. Let's get into this. Who's Tommy Callahan who wrote this? Let's see who he is. All right, he's just somebody. All right, whatever. The truth about the Russini story, why ESPN hasn't said a word. It has been 2 full days and every football account on the internet is talking about the Russini and Vrabel story, while the worldwide leader in sports has not published a single word. Is that true? Really? See, this is why I think this show is necessary. If this were the backup guard for the Tennessee Titans, we'll be talking about it a little bit. If this was a star player, we'd be talking about it a lot. And let me pull my Ryan Clark, if it was a black player. But the point is, we'd be talking about it. What? They always, Someone in Bristol made that call. Given that Russini represents exactly the kind of uncontrollable outside voice that threatens everything they have built with the NFL, that silence needs to be examined. For the entire 2025 season, Russini reported that A.J. Brown was miserable in Philadelphia and that New England was the destination. She kept coming back to it. Her own tweets got community noted for being inaccurate. Adam Schefter publicly distanced himself from her reporting. Did he? How you do that? He called her out. A.J. Brown contradicted her own camera. Wow. Man, I missed all that. Philadelphia radio gave her Eagles Insider of the Year anyway. Wait a minute. What? You get that cocaína, that liquid cocaína. I had a vocal cord surgery forever ago. Let me not advertise, but I have to use that. Then Page 6 drops photos of Russini and Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel holding hands and hugging at a luxury resort in Sedona. I wanna go to Sedona. Both deny it. The Athletic defender, ESPN looks the other way. Wow. Conspiracy sound like, damn it. And nobody's asking the obvious question about those photos. Private resort? No press? Page 6 has a photographer there anyway? Someone made that call? This does not happen by accident. Yo, that's real. That's real. That is real, real, real. Now, you don't do that. This don't happen like that unless it happens like that, right? So what keeps getting buried is that Russini covered the Titans for ESPN starting in 2018. The same year Vrabel was hired as Tennessee's head coach. Oh, snap. 8 years in each other's orbit. When you know that, the direction of her A.J. Brown reporting stops looking like coincidence and starts looking like a pipeline straight to New England. Remember I told you about on the airplane, who's on there? The beat writers, the people who work. Just telling you, I'm not putting these things together because I never put that on another man. And y'all know how much I love Mike Vrabel. Came out the same year. That's my dude. Here's what this actually is about. Russini is a disruptor. She operates outside the ESPN and NFL structure entirely, and her reporting does not just cover outcomes, it influences them. Her A.J. Brown coverage moved markets and created pressure on front offices without anyone's permission. ESPN is locked into billions in broadcast rights with the NFL, and they are functionally the same institution at this point. The Athletic built its entire reputation on not playing that access game. Russini's sourcing was personal and relational, and nobody could manage or predict it. To ESPN and the NFL, that is not a reporter operating independently. That is a threat that needed to be handled. Damn, this dude writing. This dude writing for real, y'all. This is captivating. He made them photos come to life. For real. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, you know me, I like to think. It don't matter how smart you are if you don't stop and think. I'm thinking like, yo, thinking of a master plan. This ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. Nobody knows what happened in Sedona. But the question is not about their personal lives. Wow. The question is how a story this big simply does not exist on the largest sports media platform in the country. Shall we say the world? ESPN does not ignore stories. ESPN buries them. I will repeat, ESPN does not ignore stories. ESPN buries them. And when they do it this cleanly, you already know whose interests they are protecting. God dang, he wrote that. That's why I read it. What y'all think of it? Patrick Edwards, another one? Shout out to Patrick Edwards, who hooked us up again with another membership pack. I hope y'all got in on it. Stay in the comments. Beat it up in the comments. XX Mike did. Philibra did. Stacy Stallard did. Hey, girl. Clever Speaks. Love for y'all, man. Hey, it's our show. Partner, it's our show. I love that. Appreciate y'all. We're going to keep this thing rolling. People chiming in everywhere. It's crazy. Everybody's talking about it. ESPN like, nah. Because you know I work there, obviously. And when it ain't a story, it ain't a story. And you have to say it's not a story because everybody's walking in saying, so, what we doing? You ain't even got to say, so what we doing? Because it's too obvious. Did they cover Dak? Did they cover Dak breaking up with his girl? No. I get why. Maybe they did. I don't know. But I could get why they didn't. They ain't got nothing to do with Dak throwing passes and stuff. But Mike Vrabel and Russini does have something to do with that roster, does something have to do with like the professional integrity. It does. It's different. That's why I'm covering it. I told you I ain't covered Dwight Howard. I ain't covered Dak getting him and his girl breaking up. I ain't covered Dwight Howard and the cocaina. Like, what that got to do with Dwight Howard? Like, these dudes get arrested and all that stuff all the time. Now, Tiger Woods still out there saying, yeah, I may be in the Masters. Donald Trump said, no, you're not. And then he get in a car accident. We got to talk about that. You know what I mean? A little different to me. Boomer Esiason says NFL sources, media colleagues will doubt Diana Russini's journalistic integrity after Mike Vrabel photos. Wow. He said they're going to doubt her. I ain't going to lie to y'all. She would never walk around the same. Look, I know Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor used to be my homie, used to be my ace. Then she blocked me out the map. Now, I don't care if she blocks me. I don't care. I don't care about Instagram enough. I still like her. When I see her, I'm going to speak. If not, she mad at me, oh well, be mad. Be mad at my truth. Be mad at the truth. Be mad at your truth. Don't be mad at me, though. Okay? Let's see where the quote's at. But the point is, Joy don't walk around the same. She can say whatever she wants. I know what people saying around her because it's tough. It's tough. It is. So what? The biggest problem is, let's say that there was a female wide receiver coach. We now have female coaches in the league. And let's say you saw Rich Cimini hugging her. We'd all be saying, oh, there goes his journalistic integrity out the window. What? You know what I mean? And that's what really this is all about. Whether or not she can recover from that kind of feeling within the business. I'm not really worried about the salaciousness. I actually do believe both of them. There's a version of me that believes them too. But then there's a version of me that doesn't. And I'm gonna talk about that, and then we get out for this. For her and her legitimacy doing what she does, it's not going to be easy for her. It's going to be really, really tough on social media. You know that. Oh, really? You think it's going to be tough on social media? You think it's going to be tough on social media? You sure? Because guess what? Diana returned to social media on Thursday. Let's see how tough it was. The NFL informed its teams about when they could expect to see replacement officials visiting facilities if a deal is not reached by next month, when the current CBA with the NFL Referees Association expires. Now, you know she sent that. This is a teaser. This is just to get out there and read the tea leaves. Look what y'all did to her. To get this inside scoop, who'd you blow? Diana reading the replies after posting this today. Have you informed your husband when he could expect to see his replacement? Oh, God, Lord. I ain't got to continue. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how human beings act. Here's the thing I want to point out. There's two paths of believing or not believing. Let's go down. You believe them. You believe them because, yo, we both got to be at the NFL meetings. Yo, hey, you want to go to the spot down the street? Yeah, it's a couple hours away, but shoot, we got time. Let's go. All right. I already know we're going to the meeting, so I got all the, the bikini, I got the clothes, I got the outfit. We all staying here anyway, somewhere around here. Let's go. I believe you. You ever been somewhere and you're like, let's go somewhere else, right? You go to your resort, your hotel, but then you go to other ones. Then you go to another spot. Vegas all the time. Everybody else's room and resort. Let's ride. Let's hang. It ain't that serious. And we going with other people. We said there were 6 other people. I still ain't see the picture yet, for real, but whatever. They all there. Where are the picture of these other people? First of all, show me that. But I believe you. I'm believing you. This is the believe you path. Then they catch me. I hug girls like that all the time. Like, it's just a hug, right? She said, hey, big, where you been, Marcellus? That kind of hug. What's up, girl? She trying to get over something, trying to come to me. Give me your hands. I'll help you. I ain't never interlocked fingers, but I believe you. So you interlocked fingers because maybe your hands are too big for her to wrap around them. So you had to interlock. Okay, that makes sense. Y'all just chilling in the pool, chilling in the bikini, chilling in the jacuzzi. Who doesn't do that? Even though it can look weird, you've done it before. Even though it's a look. Be real. Imagine if you were at home. You at your house and your wife come home from work and her homegirl is in the pool with you just chilling in the jacuzzi. Even if your wife ain't thinking something, and I know she is, I know I'm thinking something. If I came home and I saw my wife in the jacuzzi, okay, now I'm on the not believe him side, so let's go. And you sitting there with some dude, I'm like, say what? Now, I don't believe you because y'all went away, somewhere private away. Y'all showed some emotional and social and physical intimacy. This is a little more than not. Y'all chilling real comfortably in front of the private resort people, whoever they're, and y'all like giving good public face. But why would you want to give a good public face, poker face? Why would you want to give a big public face if nothing was happening? Why can't y'all do all this at the resort where everybody's staying? Why don't you stay at the NFL meeting spot where everybody else is at the hotel? All the other coaches or all the other owners. They're scattered around. Who else is staying at the private resort 2 hours away? Anybody? Maybe. That's why it's tough. All right. Be up in the comments. Let me know what you think. You believe her? Believe her? Don't believe her? Well, let me just tell you one thing about this industry. What I tell you about backstabbers, people going to use what they got to get what they want, sexually as well, and people will backstab you. Look how it goes. It's already happening. I think this is a reporter. Co-host. Okay, so she got a podcast. Co-host. Uprights, hot takes, hardline, sports reporter. Okay. Eagles, Jets. Okay. Look what she wrote. Sources say. Hiding behind it. I like it. This shit has been going on for a while, since its Titans days. Most of the Titans beat knew it too, and the fans aren't stupid. There, I said it. They got pictures of all kind of places now. They pounding the Miller Lights. As they always say, the cover-up is worse than the crime. The cover-up is worse than the crime. Trust me. Who hasn't tried to cover up before? Everybody has gotten caught lying. Some of y'all lying and cheating, because when you cheat, you lie. You got to. You only going to answer until you get caught. And you're going to answer up to the level you think they know. You're never going to be like forthright. You're not going to be transparent. You're going to be honest. Honest is I'm answering questions that you ask to the degree that I think you know when you get caught in a relationship. Transparency, which is what we confuse honesty with, is I'm answering everything, whether you know it or not, whether you ask it or not, and whether you think it's real or not. I don't need honesty. I need transparency. Talk to me. Okay, here we go. We got another one. Welcome to the draft, baby. Welcome to the membership, MTN Vet. I appreciate you. MTN Vet 89. Another member. This is our best day of memberships. We need to talk about scandals more often. Oh, man. All right, let's stop talking about these women like this. Jason Whitlock. Oh, that wasn't enough? Y'all want some more? Well, check out the link in my bio. Hydration Situation Live. Blah, blah, blah. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come. Oh, this is not hyperbole here. Because I believe the purpose. hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.